Green Bay would be the perfect landing spot for him. Trey Hendrickson could be the game changer the Packers need. The 2024 NFL season exposed one glaring weakness in the Green Bay Packers' armor: an inconsistent and often underwhelming pass rush. While flashes of brilliance were seen, there was a clear lack of sustained pressure on opposing quarterbacks. Yet, despite this evident gap, the Packers front office, led by General Manager Brian Gutekunst, opted for continuity over major change during the offseason. Instead of making bold moves in free agency or the draft, the team chose to double down on its current core, placing faith in the continued development of young talents. But what if a golden opportunity suddenly presents itself? According to reports, that opportunity may come in the form of Cincinnati Bengals star defensive end Trey Hendrickson, who is rapidly becoming one of the most sought-after names in potential trade talks. Hendrickson, who has been vocal about his desire for a new contract, has reportedly been granted permission to seek a trade. With negotiations in limbo and frustration mounting, one question is beginning to echo louder across the league. Should the Green Bay Packers make a move for him? ESPN connects Hendrickson to Green Bay NFL analyst Matt Bowen from ESPN recently weighed in on this possibility, and his conclusion was clear. Green Bay is the perfect fit. In his feature on ideal landing spots for trade candidates and unsigned free agents, Bowen singled out Hendrickson as a natural complement to the Packers' defensive scheme under new coordinator Jeff Hafley. After being granted permission to seek a trade in March, Hendrickson is refusing to play with the Bengals until he receives a new contract. If no deal comes together, Green Bay would be the perfect landing spot for him, as he'd pair well with Rashawn Gary in Jeff Hafley's defensive system. Lucas Van Ness, a 2023 first-rounder, is still developing at this stage, so there is a path for Green Bay to add more to its defensive line. Bowen highlights exactly what makes Hendrickson such a coveted asset: his relentless motor, advanced pass-rushing techniques, and uncanny ability to make critical plays in the clutch. His 17.5 sacks and 65 pressures in 2024 weren't just impressive. They led the entire NFL. That's the kind of production that can shift the momentum of a game and even the trajectory of a season. The missing piece for a defensive breakthrough at 30 years old and carrying a projected salary north of $15 million for 2025, Hendrickson is a high-impact player in his prime. His 2024 campaign with the Bengals saw him record 46 tackles, 17.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 6 pass deflections, elite numbers by any standard. Meanwhile, the Packers' top pass rusher, Rashawn Gary, tallied 7.5 sacks, with the rest of the line struggling to provide consistent support. Pairing Hendrickson with Gary could create one of the most formidable edge-rushing duos in the NFC. And with young talents like Lucas Van Ness continuing to grow, adding a proven veteran presence could accelerate development and raise the defense's overall ceiling. Let's be honest. If the Bengals truly can't work out a long-term deal, it would be a massive oversight on their part, and an even bigger opportunity for Green Bay. Pulling the trigger on this trade could transform the Packers' pass rush from a liability into a lethal weapon. If you're a die-hard Packers fan, or just love following the latest NFL trade buzz, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth breakdowns, bold takes, and all the updates you need heading into the 2025 season. We're building a passionate football community here, and your support means everything. Drop a comment below. Would you want to see Hendrickson in green and gold? What would you give up in a trade? Join the conversation. Be part of the team. Let's ride into the 2025 season together. Go Pack, go!